In this episode, we'll explore each planet in our solar system and uncover some fascinating facts. Why is there no life on other planets like on Earth? While we enjoy peace on Earth, the environments on other planets can be terrifying. Is there any planet in our solar system, aside from Earth, where we can live? These are just a few of the interesting topics we'll dive into in this video. Around 4.5 billion years ago, a massive cloud of gas called a nebula began to collapse under its own gravity. 99% of that gas became the sun, while the remaining 1% formed planets and moons. Let's begin our journey through the solar system, starting with the planet closest to the sun, Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system, about the size of our moon. It orbits just 58 million kilometers, 36 million miles from the sun, and has a core made up of 70% iron. One of the most fascinating things about Mercury is its extremely slow rotation. A single day on Mercury, one full rotation, takes 59 Earth days, but it only takes 88 days to orbit the sun. This means that a day on Mercury is longer than a year. Being so close to the sun, temperatures on Mercury can reach up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit, 427 degrees Celsius. Interestingly, despite its proximity to the sun, Mercury has no moons, much like our Earth's moon is the only one for us. Next, we move to Venus, the second planet from the sun, located 108 million kilometers, 67 million miles away. Venus is nearly the same size as Earth, which is why it's often called Earth's twin. But that's where the similarities end. Venus is a hellish world. The entire planet is blanketed in thick clouds of carbon dioxide, trapping heat and raising surface temperatures to a scorching 900 degrees Fahrenheit, 475 degrees. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system, even hotter than Mercury. Its clouds are filled with sulfuric acid, and the atmospheric pressure is 90 times greater than Earth's. If you could stand on Venus, the pressure would be so intense that it would crush you like an egg. Adding to the strangeness, Venus rotates in the opposite direction to most planets, which means the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. And a day on Venus lasts longer than a year, with the planet taking 243 Earth days to rotate once, but only 225 days to orbit the sun. Like Mercury, Venus also has no moons. Skipping Earth, since we'll explore our own planet in detail in a later episode, we move to Mars, the planet most similar to Earth in terms of seasons and the potential for life. Though Mars is only half the size of Earth, it has polar ice caps and experiences weather patterns similar to Earth. Mars takes 687 Earth days to complete a single orbit around the sun, which means a year on Mars is almost twice as long as a year on Earth. Known as the Red Planet because of its iron oxide surface, Mars is the focus of intense scientific study due to the possibility that life might have existed there in the distant past. Scientists have found evidence that water once flowed on Mars, with traces of ancient riverbeds far larger than the Amazon River. Mars is also home to Olympus Mons, the tallest volcano in the solar system, towering 25 kilometers, 16 miles high, 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Mars has 2 small moons, Phobos and Deimos, and a thin atmosphere mostly made of carbon dioxide. Without an ozone layer to block harmful UV rays from the sun, the surface of Mars would be dangerous for humans, but scientists believe that, with the right technology, humans could one day live on Mars. Next, we visit Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. Jupiter is so massive that all the other planets combined would still be smaller. In fact, you could fit 1,300 Earths inside Jupiter. However, you wouldn't be able to stand on Jupiter because it's made mostly of gas with no solid surface. Jupiter has incredibly strong magnetic fields and pulls in many of the asteroids and comets that could otherwise collide with Earth, earning it the nickname, the vacuum cleaner of the solar system. It has a famous storm called the Great Red Spot, which is a massive hurricane that has been raging for over 400 years and is twice the size of Earth. Jupiter also has 79 moons, the most famous of which is Europa, a moon covered in ice that scientists believe may have an ocean beneath its surface. Some even think Europa could harbor life, making it one of the most intriguing objects in the solar system. Moving on to Saturn, the second largest planet in our solar system and the lightest. If you could place Saturn in a large enough body of water, it would float because it's mostly made of gas. Saturn is best known for its stunning rings, which are made up of millions of ice particles, some as small as grains of sand, others as large as houses. Over time, these rings may come together to form another moon, but for now, they remain one of the most beautiful sights in the night sky. Saturn has 62 moons, and it takes 29 Earth years to complete one orbit around the Sun. Next up is Uranus, the seventh planet from the Sun, located 2.9 billion kilometers, 1.8 billion miles away. Uranus is unique because it rotates on its side, probably due to a massive collision with another object long ago. This tilt causes extreme seasonal changes, with each pole experiencing 42 years of continuous sunlight followed by 42 years of darkness. Uranus has faint rings, much smaller than Saturn's, and its temperature plummets to a frigid minus 355 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 215 degrees Celsius. Finally, we arrive at Neptune, the eighth and most distant planet in our solar system, located 4.5 billion kilometers to 0.8 billion miles from the Sun. Sunlight takes over 4 hours to reach Neptune, and it takes Neptune 165 Earth years to complete one orbit around the Sun. Neptune is known for its extreme winds, the fastest in the solar system, reaching speeds of up to 2,000 kilometers, 1,200 miles per hour. Like Uranus, Neptune is mostly made of ice and has 14 moons. Interestingly, scientists believe that it rains diamonds on both Neptune and Uranus due to the extreme pressures and temperatures inside these planets. Once considered the ninth planet, Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006. It orbits in a region beyond Neptune known as the Kuiper Belt, which is home to many icy bodies and comets. These are the fascinating planets of our solar system. In the next episode, we'll dive into how Earth was formed, how the first signs of life appeared, and much more. Stay tuned!